Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Junior's World. I wanted to talk today about a journey I've been on a while, and I was reading an article about diabetes. And when I was on the road trucking, I used to have to get my medical card every 2 years. And one of the things I would do before I went into the doctor's office to get the physical was I would take and eat a bunch of olives. I'd get like a Costco-sized jar of olives, and I'd eat half of it. What that actually did was it took my blood sugar and dropped it really big time. It would drop it 400 points in a day. So it'd take me down to where I needed to be under 200 to get my physical done. It's just a little trick I used to use that I found out about literally by trial and error, doing stuff to try and, get my blood sugar under just so I could get my physical done. I've read a lot of stuff about diabetes, and it kind of was funny to me because they talk about all this different stuff that will help, and they come up with miracle cures, and the doctors they prescribe the test strips and insulin and metformin and all these different medications. And what really weirds me out, I guess, is the fact that I understand doctors go to school for different stuff, and they're general practitioners, and they do their theory. You tell them the symptoms, and then they have their theories about what's going on. And I understand they go to school for a long time for this. But one of the things I learned, when I was trucking, and how to cheat and things like that, I also learned that the doctors love to write prescriptions, and prescriptions are chemicals, and of course, the debate goes on and on about those type of things. And these pharmaceutical companies, they pay doctors a lot of money to push their whatever it is, and they make a lot of money on that. And 90% of diabetes, especially type 2, can be contributed back to your diet. And, I never thought about this stuff. I never cared until it started affecting me, like most people. When things start affecting you, all of a sudden it's important to you. Well, guess what? I'm the same way. And it became important to me. Now I try to help people to do stuff, but and get things under control. But it's all about what you're eating, what you're doing out there, your nutrition factor. There's lots of different ways to get your diabetes under control. And it doesn't take a lot. It just takes you to step forward and doing it for yourself. If you're not willing to, that's awesome. I mean, but then, as I always say, if you're not willing to do what it takes to make something better, then don't complain when it gets worse, because the only person you need to be complaining to is the person in the mirror. The only reason I'm saying this is because of the fact, like I said, with all this research I was doing today about diabetes and stuff, and I ran across an article from a doctor that said the same thing I've been saying about, it's all about, just putting right things in your body, etc. And this doctor's really getting hammered on by the pharmaceutical companies. And that kind of annoys me because, it boils down to, it's almost like we're selling each other out. Our doctors are selling us out when they're not telling us about the fact that if we just change our diet, we can get better. And for those doctors out there that are actually telling their patients that they can get better by just changing their diet and getting, better nutrition, etc., kudos to you. That's awesome, and you're very much in the minority. But I've got all the respect in the world for you. I have zero respect for most doctors, though, that are talking about, oh, well, let's just take this pill or let's just take that pill and see what happens. That to me is, I know we've become a nation of especially here in the U.S., of people who are wanting to have the instant cure. I mean, everybody wants to take a pill. Men all want to take a pill and look like Tom Selleck in the younger days, and women all want to take a pill and look like Pam Anderson in the younger days. And it's just not a fact. It's a bunch of bumpkiss, is people when I grew up used to say bubkiss. I love that word. Anyway, like I said, the reason I did this today, though, was because of the fact that I really, really, really want everybody to think about it. The fact that, you can control a lot of your life. You just have to get off your dead butts and do it. And it's like when we get told by the doctors that we're having this problem or that problem or diabetes or anything else, if we look at the fact of what we're eating and literally start investigating it, not just pop it in our mouths because it says it's only 140 calories. Yogurt's my favorite on this. It's only 140 calories. Yes, but look at the sugar intake on it. Well, you're getting anywhere from 11 to 31 grams of sugar. 4 grams of sugar equals 1 teaspoon. You're supposed to have, as an adult, you're supposed to have between 6 and 9 max teaspoons a day. So when you're doing that much on one yogurt, and then with everything else, I mean, you look at the sugars that are involved and stuff. It will totally weird you out. But like I said, we have to take control of what we're doing if we want to get better, and not just do there's no possibility for me to get better, or control my diabetes, or control my eating habits, or control my weight, or control whatever it is, my joint pain. There's a lot of different things that you can be doing. So I'm hoping this helps you out, because this is a very passionate thing for me, diabetes especially, because like I said, 4 years ago they told me I was going to lose my legs because of my diabetes, and now like I said, 4 years later, I've literally lost a person. I've lost over 166 pounds, and I'm feeling much better. Don't get me wrong, I got a long way to go, but the cool part is that I know I can get there, and I know I can do this, and it doesn't take me a lot to get it done. It just takes discipline and trying to eat healthier. So I hope this helps everybody. Didn't want to go on a rampage or whatever, but I did want to put the facts out there, because tired of getting fed baloney from different people and doctors and everybody else. So there's the facts, guys. You can control this. You can control it all with your diet. As always, if you need help, feel free to contact us. Be glad to help you out. You guys have a great day. All the drivers out there, keep the shiny side up, and make sure everybody makes this the best day ever. You guys have a great one. Talk to you next time.